Hey everyone, this is Borvok. I got another Ramble review. This time we're going to cover X-Men Gold, number 25, and this is Cruel and Unusual Part 3. So if you haven't seen my reviews on the previous two issues, go check them out. And, pick up these issues, read them for yourself too if you want to. We'll get into the review and see what you think about it. So, and that being said, we'll jump right in. And last time, well, actually, we didn't leave off with this. I think this is new now. We've got this guy named Scythian. Nice single full page spread here. This guy is wrecking Paris. I guess he's like a god or something. And Magic and Armor, I believe, are trying to fight him. They're fighting Rhino actually, and they just kind of one hand him, and they say, "Oh, we gotta go take care of Scythian. We don't got time for Rhino." Uh, I don't know if I want to say this. Hmm. It just feels like in this issue, all the women, the female characters, are the ones who do everything. But I don't know. I'll leave that to you to decide. But these two girls, they one hand this Rhino villain. We go back to the other X-Men who are in prison because they got framed for something. Storm is in solitary confinement, and for some reason, like she's got a power dampener on, but just because I guess she's freaked out by being in a small room, that means she can overcome her power dampener. And she summons, there's kind of a 2-page spread with these panels, but she summons lightning and breaks a hole in the ceiling, and she gets to go out, I guess. And then I guess like Thor's little brother Hammer is here in old Asgard, wherever that is, and it decides it's going to go for a walk, go for a fly, and I'm sure we can only guess where it's going. So the X-Men are on their way in, but we'll skip ahead a little bit because is this Magic or Armor? I don't know enough. I'm guessing this is, I don't know, I won't guess. Can we go back? Where's this? Okay, so that's Magic. Magic has the arm thing. So she's talking to the warden saying, hey, I need to get my friends out of prison so they can go help me in Paris defeat this guy. And he's actually got a good point. He's like, well, first of all, they're my prisoners. Second of all, one of them just blew a hole in my prison. And third of all, like, this is the Marvel Universe. You guys aren't the only superheroes. But Storm breaks in and she's like, hey, we were framed, but I allowed you to put us in prison because it was the right thing to do. But then you put me in solitary confinement, and because I have claustrophobia, the right thing no longer matters, and I can do what I want. So yeah, and I'll threaten you because that's a good thing to do to your prison warden. But I guess, again, the right thing was to stay in prison, but now it's not the right thing anymore because she doesn't like enclosed spaces, which give her the power to be able to get her powers back from a power dampener, and apparently other things that we're going to see. But we go back to the other... Oh, man. Okay, this is kind of cool. We got this new guy. It doesn't say his name anywhere in here. I don't know what it was. He was with the Brotherhood for a while. He's with the X-Men now. The X-Men don't really trust him, but Bobby is actually taking charge here a little bit. He's acting mature, calling the shots. He's saying, hey, you stay on the Quinjet. Is it a Quinjet? It's an X-Jet. Whatever. Is that the same as a Quinjet? Maybe. He's like, you stay on the X-Jet. And he's like, oh, well, you just don't trust me because I was with the Brotherhood. And he's like, well, actually, you're just not as experienced as the rest, and I want to keep you safe, which is actually really mature. He says, so you stay here on the X-Jet unless things go bad. And he's like, well, how will I know if things go bad? And we find out. This is how we know that things go bad. What's this guy's name? Go back to the first page. Scythian. So Scythian catches the Quinjet. That's how you know when things go bad. they all, bail out of the Quinjet. They're fighting them. And Rogue is like, hey, I wonder if I can steal his powers. She touches him, and she can steal his powers, but they're affecting her not very well. She basically goes into a coma. She starts falling, and luckily Armor is able to catch her and I guess, armor her fall. Meanwhile, we cut back to Magic. Again, Storm kind of broke out. She decided this prison thing wasn't for her anymore. Magic is going to create some portals to get them all out of there while doing a nice little jig there. That looks like a dance number they're all doing. She's like, woo. So they're going to teleport in. This girl who is with Captain Britain, I guess, she can absorb powers too, and she's going to absorb a little bit of the power from Rogue, so it's not overwhelming her anymore. This is really cool. I got to show this. Storm just looks really nice there. I like this art. The rain, just her outfit, her pose. That's so cool. The glowing eyes. But she goes up to, fix some of the stuff in the weather. Make things a little more bearable. Kurt decides he's gonna. Kitty says that Kurt's got to get this guy out of here. So is he just a gag in this issue? I guess he's left on the Quinjet, and then Kitty and Kurt get onto the Quinjet, and he just gets teleported out. So he does nothing in this issue. And then we find out again, Mjolnir's little brother, Hammer, is choosing Storm. For some reason, it randomly decides to leave Asgard and old Asgard and find her. So she's just like super special in this issue or something. Her phobia what is the claustrophobia? Her claustrophobia causes her to get her powers back in spite of the dampener, and means she doesn't have to obey the laws anymore. And then she gets a free hammer out of this. Just I don't know what's going on with that. Some luck, I guess. But she starts hitting the Scythian with the Mjolnir's little brother, and Kitty's going all kamikaze in the X-Jet, and I want to call him Massimo. Yeah, I can't think when I'm recording these videos. Colossus doesn't like the idea of her, kamikazing into this guy. But obviously, oh man, look at that page. Whew. Another good one of Scythian there. But she can phase, of course. She looks kind of cute there. I like that. And I'm not used to seeing Kitty drawn cute anymore. I mean, I am still used to seeing her drawn cute, but it's just not as common as it used to be. So they crash into Scythian, but Kitty phases out and she's fine. And I guess that means they were able to finish getting Scythian into limbo, into the portals that Magic was creating, because he's just kind of gone now. Oh, yeah. We go back to this manor where there's this lady who's trying to get rid of mutants, because what villain in X-Men doesn't want to get rid of mutants? And she's got this robot Tony Stark friend who says that he's going to use Colossus to destroy the X-Men. So, alright. Next time we got Till Death Do Us Part, so I guess that means this is the last issue of the Cruel and Unusual storyline. And that's all we got. We got the wedding and other stuff coming up. So it's a good issue. It rounds out that 3-part Cruel and Unusual series. Again, Kitty Pryde is kind of the alpha Kitty. I wish she was, a little more effeminate, a little cuter, like I'm used to seeing her. Aurora, the Storm, just seems to get a little extra special princess treatment in this, and just a little, almost like a self-insert, like just everything good happens to her and the rules don't apply to her. Like I don't know, it just seems weird. But it was a good fight, good story, good art. Bobby was cool. I like him, manning up and calling the shots and not just being all cutesy weird. So I'll give it an okay recommend. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys read it, or just general thoughts about the review or about the issue. Again, if you like what you see here, go pick up the book, read it for yourself, read it word for word, page by page, panel by panel. And yeah, if you want to check out any more of my videos, feel free to do so. Hit the subscribe button if you want me to show up in your feed. That is up to you. And I will see you guys in another video. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye.